yeah. She was like, welcome to the firm. And I was like, okay.
You will keep me moving if I'm patient. I just wanna get right to the racing. You love me so I could have be complacent. Not afraid of the battles I've been facing.
So a lot of you guys watched my previous testimony about how I passed the bar exam and how God moved in that way. So in this testimony, I'm going to be basically sharing with you what happened post bar exam, post passing, post me getting a license, post me becoming this big like attorney, right? So after I passed the bar, I was, on an emotional high. I was, excited and ready to get out there and, start working, right? And, I started applying for jobs, positions, just casting my net out there and seeing what would happen, right? Nothing was happening. It just so happened that, I passed the bar and then, COVID kind of happened. So, people weren't really hiring as much. A lot of people were going into remote work. It was just it was a bizarre time. And so, it took me a while to find anything. I was doing contract work here and there, but it wasn't anything stable, anything concrete. And if you know me, you know that's I am very much a person who likes to be in control. I like stability. I like comfortability. I don't like being uncertain and uneasy about things. I like structure. And my life felt very unstructured. Although, God was still providing for me, and, I wasn't needing or in lack for anything. It's just, I didn't have that structure. I was like, God, I passed this exam so I could do this. Really? So I was kind of confused. But I was still trusting God, and so I did eventually land a role for a company, and I was working as counsel for them, and it was a remote thing. I loved the fact that it was remote. I didn't have to go anywhere. I was super comfortable. It wasn't what I planned on doing or what I thought I would be doing. Honestly, I didn't know what I was going to be doing. But I was just like, whatever, it's an open door, it's an opportunity. I'm going to take it. I need something. It's pretty concrete. And it provides me that stability that I like, right? So I did that. And as I was doing it, after a while, the work just kind of started feeling very repetitive. It started feeling very, I didn't feel challenged. It was just kind of just getting a paycheck. And while there's nothing wrong with that, it wasn't fulfilling for me. So I started to ask God, not questioning him in a way what is this? Because I was very grateful. Trust me, I was grateful for having a job. Okay. It was more so, okay, God, so there has to be more. Right? There has to be more. Show me the more, right? So, fast forward to the end of 2020. I got this job, the beginning of 2020. So, fast forward towards the end of 2020. I was at a friend of mine. She had a party. I was at the party, and someone that I went to school with was at that party, and he was telling me about his job and blah blah blah. He was like, yeah, you should apply. You go for it. And I was just like, I don't want to get a job. What? I was like, you know what? Fine, whatever. So I applied. And I applied for 2 positions. I didn't hear back from one of them, and then one of them I heard back from. So this company that I applied for, this firm, they had it was a 2-step process. So you do a video interview thingy, and then you do the actual interview with live people. And so I did the video interview part, and he kind of walked me through it and told me how it went for him and how I should present myself to do it right. And so he was like, yeah, it's super easy. It's more like a personality thing. It's just basically personality based questions. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, I used to up my camera, my little iPhone, and I did the interview. And during the whole process of doing that, I blanked out. I don't even know what I said in the video. I don't know what answers I gave. After doing that, I thought to myself, wow, you're not hearing back from them, because I was all over the place. It was ridiculous. I thought for sure, right? It was not a thing for me. And then, like a week later, I got, an email saying that I moved on to the next round, that, this team wanted to interview me. I'm like, this is a joke. Okay. So, I interviewed with the team, and this interview seemed like it went well. I felt confident. Mind you, it was for a position that I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of overqualified for, but I just was like, let me get my foot in the door and then move up from there, right? So, yeah, so I interviewed. I thought it went well. They seemed like they liked me. I didn't hear back from them though for like weeks, and finally, like a month later, I heard, oh, we decided to go with another candidate, blah blah blah. I was like, okay, whatever. I shot my shot. Like I didn't, like I wasn't, I was just kind of like, okay, like okay, it's fine. So then, I'm at home, working remotely, minding my own business, and I check my email and I see an email from the company, the firm, and it was like, such and such team wants to interview you, but you'd have to relocate to another city for this position, and if you're interested, please reply to this email so we can tell you what day your interview would be. I saw the email, I sat, and I felt funny. It was like, I don't know. Most people would jump, but I didn't. I was kind of like, I don't know. I was like, God, moving, not working remote. I don't know. I don't know about it. But yeah. So they gave me basically like a week to respond. I had to respond to like by like a Sunday or something. And I totally forgot about it, actually. And it was so funny that like I think it was it? Yeah, it was the next day, a Monday. The guy that emailed me, the HR person that emailed me again and was like, hey, are you interested in doing this interview? I thought I already missed the, the deadline. And the fact that I was given grace to respond, that was kind of okay. So I was like, you know what, fine, let me do it. So I said yes, and I had my interview later that week. Let me tell you about the differences between the interviews. So in the first position that I interviewed for that I did not get, I made sure I did my makeup. My hair was laid, okay? I was looking cute for the interview. I was ready, okay? This interview, y'all, I think my hair was like, it was in a bun, and I took it down and I kind of like brushed into a low bun to make it look professional. Like I don't want to say I didn't try, but I didn't give it my all like I did the first one, right? I was just kind of like, whatever. I don't really want to move. Like it's not, I doubt they're going to hire, right? So in the interview is going great. Like everyone that I'm interviewing with, like we're laughing. It doesn't even feel like an interview at some points. Like it just feels like I'm talking to, that's like somebody I just met. Like we're just talking, and it's great. It's a great time. So I interview, and after that it's over. I'm like, okay, no, well, whatever. I go back to living my life, right? My interview was like on a Wednesday. It was like 2 days later. I remember it was a very short time period. I get a phone call from an HR person that sits in New York, and she's like, hey, just calling to follow up with an interview and seeing how it went. And mind you, this didn't happen in the last time. So I was like, it was cool. I liked it. I mean, it was like, I was like, huh. And she's like, yeah, I'm just following up with blah, blah. She's like, just want to let you know that, they really loved you, and, we'll be keeping in touch very soon, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, yeah, so, they're still, interviewing other candidates, of of course you know this, but I did want to go ahead and let you know that they really did like you, and you know, they're working up, you know, possibly extending you an offer. And I was like, me? What? Okay. She was like, yeah, but I just wanted to keep you in the loop of things, so you know what's going on, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So then, literally like a week, like this all happened so fast. Literally a week later, she calls me again, and she's like, hey, I'm just calling you to let you know that they're gonna go ahead and extend the offer out to you. I said, what? Huh? She's like, yeah, and we do understand the role that you applied for. You know, is this role. However, they're actually hiring for this role, and they want to go ahead and hire you on as this title. And she told me the pay difference, and I was just like, my mind, like when she was talking to me, I was like, this is not happening to me. Like, stuff like this doesn't happen to me. This is not happening to me. Like, this is not happening right now. This is not happening. Like, is this happening? This is happening. And she was like, yeah, so what do you think? And I was just silent for a second, and I was like, what? She's like, yeah. She's like, welcome to the firm. And I was like, okay. And she was like, I'll be emailing you over, you know, the actual letter. You can look it over, and, you know, when you're comfortable, you can sign it and send it back. And like, I remember I was so overjoyed. I was happy. And then I thought to myself, I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm getting out of my, I'm gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to get out of my comfort zone. What? Like, and like, and then on top of that, like, I sat and I reflected on it, and I thought to myself, they offered me more than, because I put a specific number down to God, and I told him I wanted to make this much, right? And it was more than that number. And it wasn't, I didn't even initially apply for this job. Okay, let's break this down real quick. I did not apply for this particular team. I didn't apply for this position. I'm not qualified for the line of work that they have me doing now. Like, I wish I could. There was nothing about me that qualified me on my resume for what I got hired for. It was nothing but the grace of God. That was nothing but God's hand moving and saying, nope, this one is hers. Nope, this girl needs to get up and move out of Houston and move to this new city and live here and work at this job because I said so. It was nothing but the grace of God. And yes, you know, the whole move process was something. And me being here was something, and the whole transition of me getting out of my comfort zone and moving to another city alone. I don't have friends or family here. I'm literally by myself. It was scary, but it was, at the same time, I had peace about it. It was because I knew it was God and nothing but God. So yeah, so now here I am in a new city by myself, working a job in corporate America. I have a real career. The structure that I wanted, I have, but at the same time, God is making me uncomfortable because when it comes to the work, y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning every day, but it's fine. You know, God wants me here, and I firmly believe that in my heart of hearts. So yeah, and I know a lot of you are actually from TikTok, and y'all saw my TikTok about me taking the bar exam 3 times. And so, you know, a lot of y'all asked, how did I get into this line of work? Y'all, it's nothing but God. Like, it's not me, it's nothing but God. God wanted me here for some reason. This is what he wanted. And I'm just, like, okay, I urge you. Like, I'm not gonna allow God to tell me twice. Like, no. And if he were to tell me, if he were to nudge me and tell me to get up and move again, I'm gonna get up and move again. It's really that simple. I've learned that, you know, sometimes God will, he moves in, not sometimes, all the times, all the time. God really does move in mysterious ways, and his ways are not our ways, and it's far above our understanding. And never try to reason with him or understand him, or like, no, just go with the flow. Like, literally just go with the flow. I honestly feel like everything is ordained and everything happens for a reason, and everything has purpose. Everything has purpose. Like, me going to my friend's party, like, I wasn't gonna even stay long. I was literally just gonna go, tell her congrats, and leave. Like, I didn't plan on like being there as long as I was, and I ended up being there longer than I needed to be. I wanted to be, but I needed to be there so I could talk to you know, my old classmate. And then do you see how everything just kind of, because I would have never shot my shot. I would have never extended myself for that, because to me, I was like, I'm gonna get rejected. I'm not smart enough. I don't have this kind of background in work. Why would they hire me? Like, what? But no, that's not how, no. God had to make it very clear and plain to me that you're my child. They're gonna do what I say. And that's on period. Okay. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this testimony. Let me know if you have like any questions. And for the one person that this is for, because, you know, maybe you're watching this and you can relate. Maybe you're watching this and you can't relate. Maybe you're watching this and you need that encouragement. Maybe you're watching this and you're in a place that you just feel like, God, are you moving? He's moving. Don't ever underestimate him. In the last minute, in the last hour, he will stand up and move in a way that will blow your mind. But you have to let him. You have to have that capacity. You have to have that faith. He's going to move according to your faith. Just hold on. You know, I know you probably don't feel qualified for whatever's going on, but remember that God qualifies us. He calls the unqualified, and he qualifies us, right? He's a qualifier, not your boss, not your CEO, not your professor, not whoever is trying to say or put a label on you, whatever. Not yourself. Like, God qualifies you, and that's on period. Okay, so like I said, I pray that this does encourage you. If you have a testimony that you'd like to share, please post it down below, encouraging other people with things that God has done for you. Like, you never know who you can encourage. So if you have one, please share it down below. If you have, you know, any questions or anything that I could possibly help you with, please let me know. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. And, you know, I pray, like I said, that this blesses you and encourages you. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my video. Like it so it can get pushed out so more people can see it and be encouraged as well. All right. So, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.